환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, K-culture in photos, and today our K-Correspondent segment, where we go over to a content creator in the Philippines to talk about Korean convenience store food. And I'm your host, Kwon So-ah. Let's dive in. Joining me today on this dive this Wednesday is Walter Lee, my co-host. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and happy Wednesday to all our viewers watching at the moment. I'm Walter Lee, here to co-host alongside Soa and give you the latest in Korean entertainment.
So let's get right into it, Walter.
Yes.
We have some news that will burn the stages across the world.
Well, did you say burn the stages as a reference to BTS? Burn the stage in their upcoming world tour? Well, yes, according to Big Hit Music, it is official. BTS has announced their next world tour, which will kick off on April 9th in Goyang, which is near Seoul. This marks BTS's first tour concert in nearly 4 years since wrapping up the BTS Permission to Dance on stage in Las Vegas back in 2022. Now, this will be their biggest tour to date, with a total of 34 cities across North America, Europe, South America, and of course, Asia. Now, currently holding 79 shows in total, stretching into possibly 2027 and maybe even beyond, who knows that. But Big Hit Music stated that this is the highest number of shows ever for a single tour by a K-pop artist. And there's actually a good possibility of the tour growing even bigger, with additional dates in Japan and the Middle East to be announced hopefully very soon. Now, the group will also draw attention by setting up concerts in Busan on June 12th and 13th. Notably, June 13th is the anniversary of BTS's debut, making it extra special for those in Busan, and it is a rare top K-pop thing for K-pop acts to include Korean venues outside the capital in the world tour schedules. So this is going to be great for people who are in Busan or couldn't get the Seoul tickets, but a 360-degree seating arrangement which surrounds the stage allows significant larger audiences capacity, so hopefully you can still get tickets. Adopting this setup in a stadium-scale concert reflects the group's exceptional pulling power. Ahead of their world tour as well, BTS will release their 5th full-length album on March 20th.
Really can't wait for that album, as well as news coming out of the concert, Walter.
Yep.
So keep us updated on all of that.
Yes.
And next, we're going to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters, but some news from someone we haven't mentioned quite a lot on this show, but who has gained quite some global recognition thanks to K-Netflix dramas, right?
That's correct. So Ahn Hyo-seop, a name many know, but for those who don't, he may sound familiar just by his voice. That's because he is the voice of Jinwoo from K-pop Demon Hunters. Now, Ahn has been all over American TV shows recently, appearing on NBC's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon on Sunday local time, alongside the character of Rumi's voice actor Arden Cho. And Ahn also met US viewers again on Tuesday local time through NBC's morning program Today. Now, for those who don't know, Ahn Hyo-seop is a Korean-Canadian actor and a singer who has starred in several K-dramas and films before getting that massive boost of K-pop Demon Hunters. So, and just a reminder, because we have to mention it and it's a great achievement, as if we needed to remind people, the film did win 2 Golden Globes recently, one for Best Animated Feature Film and, of course, Best Original Song for Golden. And I think that's fitting because it was the Golden Globes, of course.
Right, Walter. Now, K-pop Demon Hunters, I feel like it's much of girl power that we're seeing there, because in the end, Huntrix empowers. But we really don't have to forget the hero that Ahn Hyo-seop played.
Indeed, we don't.
But we're going to go back to girl power, actually.
Yes.
And I think it's about time that we mention
Yes. Hwasa, singer and Mamamoo member Hwasa has set a domestic record with her hit track Good Goodbye, becoming the Korean artist with the highest perfect all kill. Now, it sounds like a video game term, doesn't it? But it's also called pack. Now, a perfect all kill is a significant milestone in K-pop achieved when a song ranks #1 at the same time on all major Korean real-time daily and weekly music charts. This is including Melon, YouTube Music, and also Genie, while also topping iChart's overall ranking with 1 pack awarded per hour. Now, according to iChart, on Tuesday, the song has accumulated 656 packs as of 12:30 p.m. Now, after reaching the milestone on November 30th of last year. Now, this has been so big that it's actually surpassed major songs and previous records held by New Jeans with Ditto, BTS's Dynamite, and IU's Celebrity. But I have to say, we talked a little bit about K-pop Demon Hunters before. If we include international releases, the all-time pack record is actually held by Golden. And get this, it actually holds 1,484 packs. So, I mean, congratulations to Hwasa, of course, for the domestic. But, you know, Golden, we can't stop talking about it, can we?
No wonder it's called Golden.
Yes.
But thank you very much, Walter, for those updates. And it's not goodbye for you yet. Stick around.
Will do.
And now we look at what our AI anchor Arirang has for us on the culture front today. Arirang, take it away.
Thanks, Hwa. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. Culture Minister Choi Hyung has urged for stronger measures to improve the fairness and effectiveness of government support for artists. Speaking at a work briefing with ministry officials and related agencies, he called for concrete steps to ensure a more transparent and equitable screening system for artist creation grants. He pointed out that fairness concerns continue to surround the screening process despite repeated efforts. Che also ordered a comprehensive overhaul of the artist activity certification process to ensure faster processing and remove barriers that hinder artistic activity. The certification legally recognizes artists' professional status and rights. The Korea Tourism Organization will step up K-culture-linked tourism development and promotional campaigns to usher in an era of 30 million foreign visitors. The agency aims to attract 20 million inbound tourists this year, while laying the groundwork for achieving the 30 million mark ahead of its original 2030 target. To this end, the KTO plans to expand K-culture converged tourism programs centered on K-pop and K-dramas, while developing new tourism products that integrate sports with emerging industries. It will also roll out tailored marketing strategies by region and establish a new AI department to drive AI-based transformation across the tourism sector. More than 900,000 people visited Hwasa Mountain on Jeju Island last year, with the Yeongsu Trail ranking as the most popular hiking route. According to the Hwasa National Park Management Office, the total number of visitors to the park in 2025 stood at roughly 904,000, down 2.6% from the previous year. By trail, the Yeongsu course attracted the largest number of hikers at over 323,600, followed by the Odimok, Songpanak, and Gwanimsa routes. The Yeongsu Trail is often described as a short but impactful course, allowing hikers to enjoy many of Hwasa's iconic landscapes without trekking all the way to the summit. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
Through a single photo at a time, we take a closer look at culture in Korea. This is K-Culture in Photos. Let's take a look at these two images. They were taken around the same time in the same country here in Korea, but they tell very different winter stories. In the first photo, streets and cars are completely buried under heavy snow. Traffic has come to a standstill and daily life feels frozen. For many people, this kind of snow isn't romantic at all. It's rather exhausting and even frustrating. But now, look at this second image. Here, children are riding zip lines at an ice park in Cheongyang, smiling and laughing despite the freezing temperatures. With lows dropping to around -10 degrees Celsius, winter is harsh, but here it becomes part of the fun. So let me ask you this, is winter something to endure or something to enjoy? In Korea, it's often both. The same cold weather that disrupts daily routines also creates seasonal traditions. Festivals, ice villages, and moments of joy that only winter can bring, just like this kiss in the picture. These two photos remind us that winter has more than one face, and how we experience it depends on where we stand and how we choose to see it. Have you ever seen people walking around in heavy winter coats holding iced coffee? This is a very Korean scene, and honestly, I had one myself this morning too. No matter how cold it gets, many Koreans stick to one drink, iced Americano, or simply 아. There's even a popular phrase for it, 얼주가, which means iced Americano even if I freeze. It may sound extreme, but many Koreans say iced coffee feels refreshing and wakes them up faster, especially during long, busy days indoors. It's become less about the temperature and more about habit and rhythm. But for coffee lovers, there's some bitter news as well. Coffee prices have been rising fast, and higher global coffee bean prices, climate-related crop issues, and a weaker Korean won are all adding pressure. As a result, cafes from big chains to small neighborhood shops are gradually raising prices. For many Koreans, coffee isn't just a drink. It's a small daily comfort, one that's starting to feel a little more expensive. Do you know what this horse is eating? If you guessed carrots, you're absolutely right. In Korea, when we think of a horse's favorite food, carrots are usually the first thing that comes to mind. And this year is the year of the horse, so the image feels especially fitting. But carrots are getting attention in Korea for another reason. Jeju carrots in particular have recently become a hot topic. Due to weak consumption, carrot prices have fallen, but at the same time, they unexpectedly step into the spotlight. A Netflix cooking show, Culinary Class Wars Season 2, featured dishes made with carrots as the main ingredient, and suddenly the popularity of carrots is going up again. Some headlines even read Jeju carrots that top chefs are competing for. So today, carrots are no longer just everyday vegetables. They become a symbol of how even the most familiar ingredients can be rediscovered through culture, media, and a little imagination. Look at this photo. Students leaping into the air, muscles tense, sweat dripping down their faces. Are they training for the Olympics? No, they are high school students. In Korea, the college entrance journey doesn't end with the November Sunung exam. While test scores are already out, many students are now facing another challenge, practical exams. This is peak season for arts and physical education applicants, and for them, performance matters just as much as written scores. To all the students preparing for these practical exams, we are cheering you on and wishing you the very best results. So now from icy streets to iced coffee, from Jeju's carrots to students still chasing their dreams, these everyday scenes tell us what life in Korea looks like right now.
It's time for K-Correspondent, where we explore how Korean culture is being embraced around the world. Today, we go over to the Philippines, where Korean convenience store food has become hugely popular. We connect now to Buji Babiera, a prominent Filipino content creator with close to 3.8 million followers on TikTok, to hear from him about the Korean convenience store food trends that are capturing local taste buds. Hello, Buji.
Hello, Buji.
Hello, hi everyone.
Welcome to the show. Now, Buji, I hear that you recently were in Korea as you were invited by South Korea's Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism. So you probably did have some Korean convenience store food while you were here in Korea. Was there anything that stood out for you?
Yes, definitely. Every night we go to convenience stores to get our stash of Korean food. So during my trip, I really enjoyed having, instant ramen, ramyun. I also like the iced coffee in convenience stores and some snacks and ice cream as well.
Uh-huh. I like how you said ramyeon in the real Korean way, ramyeon, right?
Rather than ramen, yes. So
Yes.
before visiting Korea, you've already tried Korean convenience store food in the Philippines. When did you first encounter it, and what kinds of items have you tried before actually coming to Korea?
I remember it was in 2016. I got hooked with this Korean drama titled Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok-chu. So the main character there, she eats a lot. She has her family owns a Korean chicken store. She eats samgyeopsal with friends, but she always snacks on cheese sausage. So that was something that's hard to find in Filipino grocery stores. So I always go to this Korean convenience store in the Philippines and I always eat that cheese sausage. And that introduced me to many wonders of Korean convenience store food.
Those I like those as well.
Me
Those
too.
cheese sausages, and they have a lot of
Yeah.
different flavors these days of those as
Mhm.
well. And Buji, are there any Korean convenience store foods that are especially popular in the Philippines right now? And actually, how easy or not easy is it to find those items?
I think the most popular now it's the spicy ramyun because it was popular on TikTok, on social media, and I remember there was even a point where it's so hard to get that because people are like they just go to convenience stores and buy that instant ramyun. Regarding is it easy to get convenience store food or Korean convenience store food in the Philippines? Not really. Unlike when it was like 10 years ago, because there's so many Korean convenience stores now in the Philippines. Even in the provinces, it has emerged a lot.
Yes, and now I haven't had the pleasure of going to the Philippines yet, but I do plan to go. But I'd like to know, what is convenience store food in the Philippines like, and how is it different from, let's say, the Korean convenience store food?
We have many instant food as well in our convenience stores, but most of our items there are leaning towards the sweet and salty side. Unlike in Korea, where there are so many like spicy items, savory items. But generally, we also have like local items in our convenience stores and mostly sweet food, I would say.
Okay, and why do you think Korean convenience store food has become so popular in the Philippines? Probably Korean dramas, movies did help shape people's interest in these food items. But yeah, what do you think? And also, what aspects do you think appeal most to Filipino consumers?
Definitely, it's Korean drama. Like, I really remember getting influenced to buying Korean food because, or after watching an episode of a Korean drama. But nowadays, it is also because of social media. There has been like many Korean food that got trending on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. That's why people really wanted to try Korean convenience store food here.
I'm sure you have some of your favorite Korean store food, convenience store food here, but is there any, let's say, Korean convenience store items you've tried here in Korea that you wish were available in the Philippines?
Well, most of my favorites are already here, but during my recent trip with the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, I really discovered the fun of drinking banana milk. So I hope there are more banana milks here in the Philippines because it also gets sold out easily and it's a little bit more expensive here than in Korea. So I would say banana milk.
Banana milk it is. And what do you think, Buji, could help Korean convenience store food stay popular and grow even more popular in the Philippines?
Definitely. I do hope that more good Korean dramas get produced so that we get more, and they feature more or and different Korean convenience store foods. That's what. So we get influenced and we get to try new stuff.
Bougie, just quick question. When you decide to come back to Korea, what do you think will be the very first convenience store food that you might eat?
I really want to try the. I really want to go to the Han River, and then I want to try the instant ramyun with iced Americano and just hang out there. Maybe that's one of the first things that I want to do.
That is a very, very good idea, Buji. And I feel like every food tastes better when you're at Hangang or the Han River.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, before we let you go, Buji, one final question. You are a content creator. You are a big content creator in the Philippines. And you are also interested in K-culture. So what would you like to try out in terms of your contents related to Korea?
I really want to try really more Korean food, especially the savory ones, something that would probably be more relatable to the Filipino palate.
Okay, and if you need any extras in your videos, feel free to have Walter or
please.
myself in those contents. Well, thank
I'll
you.
definitely invite you.
Great. I hope to see you maybe someday here in Korea. And thank you very much, Buji, for connecting with us today from the Philippines, Manila. And keep in touch.
Thank you, Bougie.
Yes, thank you very much for having me.
And thank you, Walter. As always, we're going to see you here back soon.
I'll see you very soon.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. And don't forget, keep diving.